Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Burke and we have got another video for you guys today, but just in case you missed the announcement earlier this week, don't forget we have another channel coming out soon called Life's Biggest Questions. Right up there, go and click on it now. We're going to be making some videos where we focus on some of the biggest questions in the whole world and have a really good go at answering them with you guys. To see what that's all going to be about, go and subscribe. We're very excited, but now we have got a video to do. You guys have probably all heard about the incident in May 2016 in Cincinnati Zoo where silverback gorilla Harambe was killed by zoo workers after they feared for the life of a 3-year-old boy that had fallen into the enclosure. Since then, there's been anger, there's been sadness, and even a lot of jokes surrounding the subject, so if you feel a little bit out of the loop, then here are the top 10 Harambe facts you might not know. Kicking things off at number 10, Harambe was born in Gladys Porter Zoo in Brownsville, Texas on May 27, 1999. He was raised there by zoo caretaker Jerry Stones and lived there for 15 years, but just like gorillas in the wild, they eventually had to move him into a new group. They chose the Cincinnati Zoo and Harambe was taken to his new home in September 2014. Next up at number 9, Harambe actually had 2 other gorillas in his enclosure at the zoo. Female gorillas Chewy and Mara. Now they were chosen to help Harambe transition into his new home because they both had experience living with different males. They thought this move would act as good training for Harambe until he felt comfortable in a leadership position over the other 8 gorillas in a nearby enclosure. And coming in at number 8, there is actually a petition to rename a soccer field the Harambe Memorial Field. Yeah, the petition is for the Locust Valley Soccer Field in New York to change its name to memorialize Harambe's life. The petition's message said that Harambe's attempts at protecting the child were wrongly seen as aggressive. They need 500 signatures before it will be sent to the director of the soccer field, and at the time of recording, right now, they are just 17 signatures away.
Rest in peace.
Moving on to number 7, Harambe's father was called Moja. Now he died in 2013 at the age of 29 from heart disease, but his mother Josephine, who is Harambe's grandmother, is still alive and well in Miami Zoo at the ripe old age of 49. At number 6, Harambe had 13 half-siblings from his father alone. These include Asher, who is 3 years younger, and Gladys, who is 14 years younger, to name but a few. Next up at number 5, 4 girls in the Michigan city of Troy took their student ID pictures wearing shirts that spelled out Harambe's name and his birth and death year. One of the girls, Tiffany Nogoy, tweeted out this picture, which has already been liked 6,500 times at the time of recording. What do you guys think about it? Do you like it? Do you support it? Find it funny? Or do you think they're just trolling everyone and mocking the reaction that some people had to all of this?
Out for Harambe.
Coming in number 4, Harambe belonged to the western lowland gorilla subspecies. Now despite being the most numerous and widespread of all the gorilla subspecies, they are still classified by the World Wildlife Foundation as critically endangered. There's been about a 60% drop in their numbers over the past 25 years due to disease and poaching. The Cincinnati Zoo, where Harambe lived, estimates there's only about 175,000 of them left in the wild. Moving on to number 3, a lot of you guys might have heard about the planetary exploration game No Man's Sky that came out recently. It boasts 18 quintillion discoverable planets. If you're the first person to discover something, you get to name it forever. Well, if you go to the acyclic void region of the Euclid galaxy, you will find an entire system called Harambe. Yeah, there are 5 planets around the star called Harambe 1, Harambe 2, Harambe 3, Harambe 4 and Harambe 5, and they all have descriptions of their weather and their wildlife. It's pretty bizarre indeed. And just in case you thought this was an accident, check out the trivia section. Coming in at number 2 now, there is actually a petition to make Harambe into a Pokemon. The petition even comes with its own examples of what that would look like. Hambo would evolve into Harambe. Both would be ghost and fighting type Pokemon with the ability to meat shield. At the time of recording, the petition has about 2/3 of the 150,000 signatures it needs before it will be delivered to Nintendo, the actual company. What do you guys think of all this? Is this too far, or is it like the best Pokemon you've ever heard of? Personally, I think anything is better than Honedge. And finally at number 1, I've mentioned Harambe's name a lot throughout this video, but what does it actually mean? Well, he was named by Dan Van Coppenol, who was a school counselor in Texas. Now he heard the name from Rita Marley's song called Harambe. Check it out. He learned that in Swahili that name means working together, pulling together, helping each other, caring and sharing. So a while later he was reading the paper and he saw a story about a contest at the Gladys Porter Zoo to name their newborn baby gorilla. He entered the competition with the name Harambe. The judges obviously loved it and the rest is history. Well, that was a nice note to end on, I think, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video, but more to the point, I want to ask you all, what do you think of all the Harambe memes and jokes that have been floating around the internet? The Cincinnati Zoo, where Harambe lived, ended up deleting its own Twitter account because of all the constant jokes they were being bombarded with. Now, is that insensitive? Are all the jokes and petitions we've talked about too far? Or are they a clever joke about how society got way too worked up over this whole thing? Whatever your thoughts are, leave them down below in the comment section. Thanks as ever for watching Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Burke and I'll catch all you guys in the next one.